Hello friends of the Monkey Man Sports YouTube channel. James here today doing a little mail day. As you know, we buy and sell cards on eBay all the time. So we had a couple things just arrive from the mailman, and I was out here working on my chess and that wasn't going so well. So I thought I'd pivot back to what I know more than anything else, which is how to rip open, football cards here and see what arrived in the mail today. Stuff that oftentimes we'll work with other stores that are in different markets, doing some arbitrage and just trying to find cards that they are happy to sell at a lower price, and stuff that we can bring in and we know we have a market for either here in Calgary or at least among our own customer base. So let's do a quick rate the packaging. This is not packaged terribly, but there's no actual covered. It took a piece of paper and just taped it around the card, so not super great there. But what is the card? So this is a Cameron Brink variation, which is like the portrait shot, and since everyone considers Cameron Brink to be the hottest WNBA player at 6'4", the portrait shot with her hair all down and whatnot, very, very popular card. One of the better selling cards in WNBA right now is this exact one. I think I picked this up for $3 or $4 in a different market elsewhere in Canada, but nearby to us they're selling for closer to 20, so that's a nice option for us. Number two, I might need to get my little knife out here and try to take a peek at. Well, it doesn't matter anyway, we already lost that game in 4 moves, so let's keep working on the chest. Oh no, maybe we can see. I wish we could find a way to perfect the exact, the exact way that you would go about opening a card out of the mail. I feel like if you buy something online, part of the experience is just how you open it and how you get at the thing that you ordered, because you're excited to order it, right? And if it's this much of a fight and a pain in the ass, it's not a great experience. Okay, Brian Thomas Jr. Elite Series rookies. Probably one of the nicest insert sets in Donruss 2024. Nice rookie option. They always do it the team colors, so it's just a bright, gorgeous card. If you're a BTJ collector, you would not be upset to find yourself adding that to your PC. So I thought that's a good one to have on hand for those of us collecting arguably the best receiver in the most recent draft. Okay, so this is an example, a little more ceremony going on. We got Cheerios, it looks like. That's not really what you want to see. Random pieces of tape slapped all over. In fairness, I guess it is well defended, but just an ugly way to ship cards. We're doing this outside today because it's like 24 degrees and just beautiful. Okay, just the one card in there. It's taped to the inside. So this is overkill, man. This is absolutely overkill. Oh my god. Okay. So this is for those of you that don't know NBA cards, it's a Prism Monopoly. So Monopoly is like a side game that you can play using the Prism cards. Most people don't play this game. Most people just collect them because they have individual artworks and stylings. This is Nika Mule. This is probably the other, most attractive WNBA player. And don't shoot the messenger here, but the more attractive the female player, the better the cards sell. I think it's part of what you're going to see in the early stages of the WNBA becoming sort of universally popular. Caitlin Clark, because of her skills at being a phenomenal basketball player, brought it to the mainstream now, to the point where household names of NBA players is much more prevalent nowadays here in 2025 than it was even 2, 3, 4 years ago, despite the fact there are many fantastic female athletes at the time. So Nika Mule, again, another well-selling card in our market. It's a nice shot, action shot. It's not a portrait or anything, but just a really clean-looking card. They have stats on the back that I think work with the Monopoly game that I have no idea how to play. But a nice card for sure to sell on the Monkey Man Sports channel. And then you might think to yourself, oh no, we've run out of mail. Yes, but what you didn't know is this is actually part 2 of the sneaky rip video, because I think I'm one more box away from glory, and Shan can just suck it when I pull some monster heat.
You serious? You serious?
out of the first mega box. We still have not pulled any Jaden Daniels. Not a base card, not a parallel, absolutely nothing out of Optic other than just a weird insert there that looked like he was being conscripted into the military. This is the first mega box that arrived. Shannon does not even know that these landed yet. We've managed to pick up a whole bunch from Walmart to do a larger rip, but I thought rather than waiting to get absolutely shelled by her in that, I'm going to get ahead of the game. I'm going to rip us a little bit of Optic here, clear this mess, not any good at chest. Let's see if we're better at pulling some heat. Let's go pack 3 to start. Let's see what happens here on part 2 of the sneaky rip, where I try to redeem myself from a terrible first showing. We got Hawkinson. Make it a little better for the piles here. Hawkinson, Ramsey. All right, Luke, Deontay, Brian Thomas Jr. on that rookie recruits insert set. Troy Franklin, Trizon Newton. So the rookies are trash. The base can go there. Put the hits over there. All right. Okay start. BTJ is always nice to see. Always very welcome. I had him in fantasy, and he did some damage last year. Looks like that's our first blue hyper, which is going to be the standard sort of parallel that's unique to the mega box from Walmart. Brendan Rice, complete miss there. Dijon. And Shan's favorite guy, Michael Pratt, drafted by Green Bay, never took a snap, sent to the Bucks, never going to play. He's not going to medically retire, but that man is already cooked before his career has started. Poor bastard. That being said, get out of my packs, bro. You're barely an NFL player. Bring me some heat. What do we got here? Anything cool? Maybe the hollow? Yeah, no, looks like an insert. Okay. James Cook. Okay, best tutties. This is the first time we've seen this insert. It's always a receiver and a quarterback. In this case, you have Justin Herbert and Quentin Johnson. So you have a quarterback and a nobody. Quentin Johnson drops more balls than he catches. The standard troll from Ben Sinnott, aka Commanders That You Don't Want. Chris Jenkins. Bad whiffs on the rookies. I'm getting a sinking feeling about how this mega is going to go. This may have been another terrible idea by me. Chris Jones, okay. Okay, Mark Andrews. All right, what do we got here? Green colors, Malachi Corley at the Jets. Jaden Hicks. Oof, just the one rookie. Badly cut too. Production quality has been a real thing for Optic this year. You're seeing a lot of pictures all over the internet about how badly some of this stuff is cut. You see it's quite wide here, quite thin, narrow, any which way you want to phrase it. We have hit nothing. Right now we're talking about one Brian Thomas Jr. Insert. I think I'd almost take a base BTJ over that insert set, frankly. I'm not thrilled about it. There's probably a hollow in this box somewhere, but I'm really not feeling like it's much, like very well Devin Leary, very well differentiated from the blasters. It feels like opening a blaster right now. There doesn't seem to be, like I'm just running into more base at the end here. You got a rookie, you got a blue. It feels very blaster-esque. I guess we have 2 inserts instead of just the one. This one feels thicker, so I'm thinking this will be a mem card, probably like it's just a crappy napkin, but I'm super underwhelmed with the first. Yeah, there's our napkin. God, this is gonna be terrible. Even if it's Jaden Daniels, the napkins are so worthless that, like, why are they even bothering with this? I can see why they have that class action lawsuit going on right now. It's Lad McConkey. I love Lad, and it's a rookie phenom, so it's not even the terrible one. It looks like behind that we have the hollow, which is trash. That's a color match in the blue hyper, so nice enough, I guess. Decent Isaac. There's a Marvin Harrison Jr. Eric All. So okay, so the punchline is this: rough box. You can't even really count the Herbert. You got Marvin Harrison, rated rookie. You got Brian Thomas Jr., rookie recruits. And I guess the value of the mega box is a napkin insert for a patch that's not Lad McConkey's, almost certainly here. Not from any specific game or event. So there's nothing making it special at all. And you pull these in blasters as well. So we got an extra insert and a guaranteed napkin. I mean, if you're looking at the value there, unless you're like in love with the blue hyper, which frankly is probably nicer than the purple shock, if I give you a better example. Let's take Devin Leary here, right? So what they call a prism refractor in Topps Chrome, all right, is what they call a hyper in Panini. So it's a nice looking card. I mean, it's cut poorly, but they're a nicer looking parallel, I would argue, than a purple shock and a blaster. But in a purple shock in a blaster, you get 3 of them, right? In the case of the blue hyper, you get 3 in a mega box. So instead of paying $50 in Canadian for the optic blaster, you're paying what, 80 for the mega, and there's no particular extra value. The only thing you can make as an argument is that you have on the mega box some better options in terms of what you can hunt down, but not by much. It's largely going to overlap. The main thing is it has the Uptowns with the, you know, numbered Uptowns. Like, I guess if you hit a numbered case hit, like, come on, that's pretty much a stretch there. The autos aren't crazy this year. It kind of feels just like a, what would you say, a blaster with more bass. So underwhelmed to start. But, of course, it's me opening packs. Even when I try to be clever about this and sneak around and do a bunch of nonsense, I still just take it right in the mouth. So that's that. Let me know what you think, guys. Monkey Man Sports, another sneaky rip gone terribly bad. And I now have to do the walk of shame to explain to the wife what I have done here. All in service of, in the case of that blaster, was a Bucky. And this one I did it all for a Marv, essentially. Good Lord. All right. Monkey Man Sports, James out. Peace.